Before we jump into episode 4, I wanted to answer a couple questions that I saw in the comments of the first 3 videos. For those that are asking about the draft class that I'm using, yes, this is my draft class. I'll be more than happy to upload my draft class up to the server for you guys who are wanting to use it. You're more than welcome to. It'll be under Big Stacks Porzingis. So just search content name and just search Big Stacks Porzingis, and I'll only have one class up, and you'll get it. And it will be as realistic as possible. I put a lot of time and energy into it, so you will enjoy that. For those that are asking about the series future with 2K21 approaching in days now, I don't have the answers to that. I'm just playing the series out as of now and going day by day of the creation. I do have a goal that I want to do with this series, and it is to win the 76ers a championship. I don't know how the series progresses or degresses over that time, but I'm just going with the flow. One thing I can answer is that I can't transfer this series onto 2K21. It's virtually impossible for me to do that. We just don't have that luxury, unfortunately. But if I have to continue to play 2K20 to keep the series going a little extra, I will. I don't think this is going to be like a month series where we're just doing this for 3 months. So I think we'll be fine with the time that we have, especially with the way that I record. I think we'll be more than fine. But the idea would be to just do this, and then when 2K21 comes out and I see what's going on with that and how the My League would work within the game, seeing that we haven't done the draft or anything yet, we'll just go with that flow, and if there's something I can do on 2K21, if it has the tools for me to be able to work within their database, then I'll just go to 2K21 and we'll do something new on that platform. But if not, then I'll just have to keep the ball rolling on 2K20. I'm just not sure how the draft classes or anything like that is going to work in 2K21, which is why it's been a little disappointing that they haven't answered those questions for us. But yeah, I mean that's as much as I can say on the update of this series. I also saw somebody make a comment about like me and Kenny, you can't tell the difference besides the skin color and then the tone or something. Like they wanted me to do more charisma. This isn't a series for that. I'm not using this series to be charismatic or to do anything like that. I'm doing this series to be a GM. So when you see these videos, there's going to be a lot of time put into it. There's going to be a lot of details going into it, and there's going to be a lot of seriousness because I'm taking it serious as possible, as if I was the actual GM. That's a job of mine that I would consider a dream job to one day be able to be a GM. And as of now, I have to fantasize about it, but I am going to fantasize with realistic intentions and seriousness. So that's just what this is. I'm not trying to be anybody but Big Stacks Porzingis, a PU to plug. And as far as this goes, I'm being as serious as possible. But yeah, so y'all stay tuned. Y'all sit back and relax. We are starting episode 4 now. Episode 4. I got some things to go over with y'all before we jump into the meat and details of this episode. First things first. Since the last time I saw y'all, this roster is pretty much the same. As y'all can see, we made one addition that y'all didn't see, and that was going out and signing Jordan Ford out of St. Mary's. I told y'all I was going to play the Summer League. I had to get a feel for some of the rookies and whatnot. And in the moment of playing with them, I played with Jordan Ford. He was on our Summer League team, and he was one of the best players and bright spots of the Summer League roster. And he was so good. I was like, let me go and sign him. Now, right now, his mood of being disturbed and everything, that's just some 2K BS that they do just to shake up the chemistry in any way that they can. But we're working on that to get him up. He's not in the rotation as of now, but he's a guy that we're going to try to develop and see down the line if there's anything that we could do with him, especially if somebody goes down or whatnot. But he was really, 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 really good. But other than that, the roster is the same. I did play 3 games. I played the first 2 games in totality. And then the third game, I did a simcast, but I had to jump in for the last 4 minutes of the fourth and then play overtime because Malik Monk decided to have the game of his life against the 76ers. But as y'all can see, it wasn't enough. Ben and Joel when these two play like this, I don't really think anybody can beat us. 38-13, 2-1-1, 16 for 23, 4 of 7 from 3. And then you got Ben, who went 33, 8, 9, 1-1. 7 turnovers, a little too much, but 12 of 17, and then he did shoot a 3. Then we got our rookie, Aaron Naismith, with 22 points off the bench. Josh Richardson, 18, 3 and 3. We got Tobias, 9, 5 and 2. One of the things I will talk to y'all about, from what I experienced playing the very two first games, we did play well and we did get the wins. Two themes that I did see. Ben was great in all 3 of these games. Joel Embiid is, of course, going to be good, whatnot. But Joel it did take him a minute to get going. A lot of these games, the fourth quarter came around and he was doing his job. But early on, he kind of struggled in a few of the games. Tobias had a good start to the season, but Tobias has been a real wild card for us, even in the role of him being this third option type guy. He kind of sometimes doesn't feel like he fits what we're trying to do. And then Bertans is literally, as you can see, took 10 shots, 8 of them are threes. That's all we're asking him to do, shoot the three. And then our rookie came in and did basically the same thing, shot a bunch of threes. Naismith was 1 of 4, but that's fine. We're literally going to ask these rookies to come in and shoot threes. Horford was real well. By the stat box, you really won't see, but him being on the floor was good for us. Same thing against Milwaukee. As you can see, Giannis had a hell of a game, 46 and 19, 21 to 33. But for us, Ben was great. 38, 5, 2, 1, only 2 turnovers. Shooting the ball real well from the field. Embiid, 22 and 13. Again, another game where he came alive late in the fourth quarter. Shake Milton was extremely good, especially down the stretch in that fourth quarter. We had a comeback. As you can see, we outscored them in the second half tremendously, and they outscored us in the first half. But our comeback was led by Shake Milton in that second unit at the end of the third and going into the fourth. He really stepped his game up. I think he had maybe like single-digit points going into that third. Like he had like about 4 points, so he really did his thing. Tobias was just solid, but he made the plays down the stretch for us to win. And then same thing with Josh Richardson. They came through in the end and was helping us close the game out. Matisse Thybulle, he was solid, part of that bench unit. Same with Horford. He was a part of that bench unit. Got those 3 assists, and they were good clutch assists from the top of the elbow area where he likes to operate. And then we had our rookies come in. A little disappointing, but again, these are rookies that we're not going to need to rely on too much. We're just going to put them in situations where they need to shoot the ball, and the best that they can do is what we'll take. Same thing with Bertans, 0 for 4 from 3. We just didn't shoot the ball that well. Overall, 2 for 5, 0 for 1, 0 for 1, 2 for 7, 1 for 5, 0 for 3, 0 for 4. And we combined 6 of 29, but we were still able to pull out the win thanks to Joel and Ben just pulling us through. And then we go to the last game. As we said, Bertans and Tobias, again, just Josh Richardson really came alive, and then our rookie stepped up, and then we got these two to perform well. Horford isn't scoring or rebounding the ball too much, but these assists and the defense have been everything. He was only 1 for 8, but he's impacting the game more than you'll see in his box score numbers. Same thing with like Matisse. He didn't have too crazy of a game offensively, but 3 steals and a block. He was really doing his thing. And then Shake Milton, again, another guy that's he does enough to help us win. And what we have, that might just be all it takes. Other things early on that I want to address before we start, I guess I'll start simulating. But as far as the trading block and this type of thing, obviously these 2 guys are untouchable. But a thing that I'm exploring in my mind, because I'm like I said, I played the first 2 games fully, and then I did the simcast of the third game, and we're about to see in some of these simulations what's going on. But Tobias Harris, for me, just may not be the guy for us going forward. No matter what way we put him at the 3rd row, 4th row, he just probably isn't going to be it. And the way that I'm looking at the team, Ben Simmons can play all over. He's thrived all over the floor for us. He's been our best player. He's been one of the best players in the league. And I've played him at the point. I played him at the 5. I played him at the 4. We have a second unit where our starters go to the bench, but I leave in Ben. Or if somebody else is hot, I'll leave them in. But a lot of the times I leave Ben in and I let him play a big man position with Shake and the other guys off the bench. And he's either the 4 or the 5, and he thrives there. So that makes me believe that maybe we can do that going forward and bring in a guy like Chris Paul, a veteran who is having an okay under the radar like season with them early on. And if we can get to the numbers really quick, right now he's averaging 12 and 10, which is cool, but it's not for them. Like last season, he obviously averaged 22, 6, 9, 2 steals, shot the ball a lot better, and that's why they had the success they had. But now at 35, and the numbers dropping significantly, it probably ain't the same for them. And I'm trying to see, his minutes have gone down too. So we'll take it though. For us, it'll work because we're not going to rely on Chris Paul to be one of the top scoring options and then also being a leader and doing all these different things. We have Joel and Ben, Josh Richardson. We have a lot that Chris Paul can come in and just be a veteran leader and just do that. That's all he have to do. He don't have to be one of the top fourth quarter scorers in the NBA or do all of these things. We won't ask that of him. And then on the flip side, they would be able to get a guy like Tobias Harris, who they could use in Oklahoma City, because they have Shea, they have Adams, they have Gallinari already playing the 4. You let Tobias play, and you have the wings of Gallinari and Tobias, and they kind of be like that old Clippers team where you have Gallinari and Tobias taking turns being like these 18 to 20 point scorers. You have Shea, who would be in that mix. You would have Schroeder also being in there, and then you would just have Adams clogging up the paint, doing what he's doing with the team now. And then going forward, I mean, you have that going for you. And then of course Chris Paul, $41 million, but he has a player option. So it isn't like you're just, because a lot of people would see that and be like, well, why would they trade him if he's on the last year of his deal to bring on Tobias Harris, who has a few more years on his deal. But Chris Paul has a player option, so he would be accepting that player option obviously for $40 million. And going back to that team. So you might as well just give him to us now, but we'll get to that point. As you can see, player option for $44 million. But we'll get there. I do want to still simulate and see where we go in simulation for y'all to also see. We also did some other things as far as player mentorships. We got, Horford mentoring Joel in some certain areas. We have Matisse getting mentored by Josh Richardson in shooting areas. And then we also have Ben being mentored by Tobias in some shooting areas, because we're, of course, going to try to get Ben to be more shooter. Player training, we got Ben doing outside scoring with some of his workouts. We got Matisse being a 3-and-D type guy on his workouts. Shake Milton is working on his passing vision. We got Aaron Nesmith working on being two-way. Same thing with Isaiah Joe. Working on his outside shooting and being a sharp shooter. Then we got Jalen Smith just being all around power forward. And then we got Jordan Ford working on his team chemistry and just being a good offensive all around point guard. So we got some guys working on some specific things, and then we have guys just working within the team and everything. So when we do simulate, we won't simulate for too much of large stretches, because I have to check in on my player training. So we might do like a few weeks. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll go about to the end of November. We'll go to like right here, and we'll check in. We beat the Trailblazers. They're asking for Thibault after we've played him, and no, we're not going to do that. So we're already starting off. Okay, Horford is out for 1 or 2 weeks, but he'll probably still play. We're starting off 4-1. Lost to the Jazz. 5-1, and here comes the injury bug that 2K loves to do. And yeah, when we're done simming here, I'm just going to be looking to see how the fit of Bertans, and you know what? I'll leave the scouting up to my dad. I'll let him continue to scout. He's fully injured, but yeah, I just want to see how the fit of Bertans and Tobias is going on. By the time we get done with our sim, the 76ers are offered Otto Porter. We're fine. But yeah, I want to see the fit. When we signed Bertans, we saw that the pace and space, as Chris Paul beats us by 3, we saw the pace and space wasn't his best offensive system fit, but he also didn't really fit in anything else. When I looked around to see if there was any other system he would fit in best to, he really didn't fit into anything as far as Davis Bertans is. We're 10-6 now, and we're at the end of our sim. I want to look around and look at our team training, look at player training. So everybody is still fresh. Nobody has too much of a workload as of now. Even Joel Embiid is still resting. So everybody's cool. What I don't like is I'm not feeling the team chemistry. For us to have sim, we started off 4-0, and I felt like our team chemistry never really hit anything high. We were like 75 to 76 at best, and for a team to start off 4-0, I just feel like that's a little wild to me. So we're 64% chemistry. Now, looking around at our team and seeing how we're performing, Joel and Ben is leading the charge. Joel is giving us 23, 12, and about 2 blocks, and he's shooting 50% from the field, and he's shooting 30% from 3, which is cool. We got Ben shooting an actual percentage from 3, which is nice, 20% from 3. Still averaging under 1, but it's going up a little bit, 0.6. Shooting crazy from the field, 65% of the field, shooting better than our center. I love it. Is averaging 22, 6, and 7 with almost 2 steals and around 3.5 turnovers, which is fine. Tobias Harris is giving us 20 points. So Tobias Harris is scoring the ball for us. He's shooting the ball well. He's shooting above 53% from the field. And then from 3, he's shooting almost 40%. So Tobias Harris is rolling. He's rolling, he's thriving, he's scoring. We got Josh Richardson giving us 10, 3 and 3 with a steal. And then in turnover, he's shooting under 40% from the field, but he's shooting 43% from 3. I would like to see him score a little bit more. Shake Milton is giving us 9, 3, and 4. Shooting 40% from the field and 31% from 3. Our rookie Aaron Naismith is averaging 40% from 3. Shooting above 45% from the field, giving us 8, 2, and 2. And then Horford is giving us 6 and 5 and almost 3 assists, which is perfect, and almost a steal in the rebound. But if y'all are paying attention, Davis Bertans still hasn't popped up yet, and he's giving us 6.7 points, 3 rebounds, and he's shooting ridiculously bad from the 3. He's not even he's shooting 28% from 3. Matisse Thybulle was only giving us 6 points. He's giving us almost 2 steals though, and he's shooting 43% from 3. So when he is shooting the ball, he's knocking it down. Isaiah Joe, our rookie, is shooting 37% from the field and a whopping 20% from 3, which means he's probably not playing a lot of minutes though. Minutes per game, yeah, Ben is leading us in minutes. Tobias, then Josh and Embiid. Matisse is playing 24, 23, 23. Bertans is only playing 22 minutes, which I still want to see more from him in 22 minutes. And then Isaiah Joe, is playing 9 minutes. So I'm happy with things are going. Like I said, I want to see a little bit more scoring from Josh Richardson. I do want to see our team chemistry take a jump, if 2K wouldn't mind that, and I'll simulate till Christmas for now. We beat the Nets, which is good to see. We're declining that. Game against the Clippers coming up, and we lose this game. Bertans is out with a new injury, and this is one he won't be able to play through. So I'll adjust that and take Bertans' minutes, and then we will start. We won't start the rookie, but we'll just give him those minutes as of now, and I'll put Tobias at the 4, and I will start Thybulle because he's cold. He needs it. And we will give Thybulle what he has. It's 18 minutes from Davis. We will give those 18 minutes to DeMar. Will get 9 of them. And then I want to give Jalen Smith some minutes, but I'm going to give 3 to Matisse since he's starting. And you know what? We'll give 6 minutes. Oops. I don't know how that just happened. We will give Jalen Smith 2 minutes. So I think they said he was injured for 2 weeks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sim and set it to Christmas. I'm gonna sim for 2 weeks, and I want to see how we do with Tobias Harris starting at 4 and Matisse entering the lineup as the 3. The Knicks have been one of the best teams in basketball. I should have showed y'all that. They started off 5-0. When we were 3-0, they were 5-0. So I'm interested to see if the Knicks keep that up. We do not want Kelly Olynyk and Iguodala for Matisse and Horford. So we win 3 of our last 4. Shake Milton. A lot of our guys are getting love. The Bucks want to get Terrence Ross and trade Brook Lopez in a 2nd round pick. I'm gonna approve it just because there hasn't been many trades. You know what? I'm not gonna approve it because they have Vucevic. So why would the Magic get Brook when they have Vucevic and Obama? So no, I'm not gonna do that. So 3-game winning streak for us. Chemistry is still below a 70. Still below a 70. A little frustrating by that. And then now Embiid is hurt with a sprained right toe, and he's not going to be able to play through that. So we're going to take Embiid in his 30 minutes, and we're going to put Horford in. We're going to give Horford 10 of those minutes so he can play 33. And then we're going to put Dudley in. I'm going to give some more minutes to Jalen Smith, even though he's cold. You know, I'm going to give 10 more minutes. They saying give 20 of these minutes to Damari. I will. I'll let Damari get a chance. 29 minutes, and then give the last 3 to Jalen. And again, I want to see. So these 3 games without Bertans is Tobias at 4. I want to see how we played. We played. Joel played good. Ben had a nice double-double. They both had double-doubles. Horford came in and played well. Tobias didn't shoot the ball as much. Still had a solid game. But of course we're led by Joel and Ben again against the Bulls. How did we do? Tobias leads us in scoring. Not only that, but he had a nice, well-rounded game. 13, 9, and 6, 5 of 8 from 3, 12 of 17 from the floor. And that's the Tobias we want to see consistently. Matisse came in and gave us 6 steals on 5 of 8, 2 from 3, shooting 8, 6, and 2, 2 for 10 for him. DeMar Carroll, Horford 5 and 4, and then Jalen Smith came in real quick and gave us a few shots. 1 for 6 from Nesmith, all threes. That's exactly what we want to see. That's exactly the trend I want to see from him. And then Josh Richardson, just being there, 9, 3, and 2. I'm not mad at it, but you want to see him be a little bit more aggressive. Matisse Thybulle shouldn't be shooting more shots than him, but that's okay. And then the last game before Joel got hurt, 24 again from Tobias. Ben 15, 4, and 7. No turnovers. Horford came in and gave us 16, 3, and 3 off the bench with 1 turnover, 6 of 12. Joel Embiid with 6 of 20. Still got the double-double. So we beat up on them on the inside. How did we do against Cat? Cat has 18, 17, 4, 7, and 16 shooting. And then I think Embiid did play this game. He got hurt in this game. So how did we do here? Trae Young killed us. Tobias led us in scoring again, had a double-double. Embiid only played 14 minutes. And Horford came in real well, 8, 9, and 5 with a block. Josh Richardson shot the ball 13 times, good. Milton shot 1 for 9. He's shooting the ball terrible. He's doing a lot to fill the stat sheet, but Shake Milton is shooting the ball very, very bad if y'all watching his shot attempt chart through these simulations. And we'll sim into the new year before we wrap this episode up and start thinking about making a move when it gets to the trade deadline in February. So now Joel Embiid is out and we've lost. They're trying to trade Brook Lopez hard. They have Jared Allen and DeAndre Jordan, so I can't do that for you, Bucks. Bertans is back, so we'll give him what I think he was getting like 18 minutes a game. They want to give him 20. Who do they want me to take minutes from, though? Okay, I'll see what we can do. So, he needs to play 20 minutes a game, so we drop him down to 20. Boom, boom. Let you keep those. Then, Thybulle needs 29. So, Thybulle will take Jalen Smith. 22, give you 22, and then put you back at 29. Boom. Voila. So now, let's see if Bertans can help us as we play without Embiid. Nope, we lost 4 games in a row. We're 14. We lost 5 games in a row. 6 games in a row we've lost since Joel has been out. And then here we are with Matisse Thybulle. And this is the frustrating thing, like I've always said about playing 2K, is that you can't catch a break. As y'all seen when I was on my win streaks, team chemistry can never hit insert apart. And the thing about the team chemistry is that you see these red arrows and different things like that. Some of these guys are down because they're hurt and whatnot, but a lot of that is just team chemistry. Like, he's probably still pissed off for whatever reason. He's a rookie who's unproven, who's signed out of Summer League, wasn't even supposed to be on a roster. Most guys in that position would just be thankful that they're on a roster. But of course, because it's 2K, he has an attitude because I guess he thinks he's supposed to play over Ben Simmons without having doing shit in the NBA yet. And then it's their injuries. We're injury riddled, and now we just lost 6 games, and we're 1 game above 500, and now we're also what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're the 8th seed in the East. And yeah, so I'm going to sim into the new year like I've been trying to do, but these injuries. So we lost 6 games in a row, and now Embiid is back healthy. So boom, Embiid, we need you to come in and kill for us, bro. Take Horford's minutes, 38, 27, 34. They're saying Josh Richardson shouldn't even be playing as many minutes. Who else has minutes that shouldn't be getting minutes? Furkan, I gotta take your minutes, buddy. 17. I'm gonna push you down to 9. Give you 26 as they're asking. I'm gonna give you actually 25. And then Furkan, I am going to give you a nice little 9 minutes as well. Horford isn't reserved. We're going to put that back to you. And then boom, boom, boom. Voila. Now hopefully we can get through before the episode wraps up. And we lost again, even with Joel Embiid back. This has been tough. I'm not gonna do that because the Celtics, it doesn't make sense. We finally win and get a good win against a good team like the Heat. Matisse Thybulle was back healthy, so I'm about to have to put him back in there. And now Tobias is hurt. I'm gonna wrap up the video. Next episode, trades will be made. I'm out.